too worried, just having allergies, all that kind of stuff. And plus, I've been taking time off to be with family and stuff like that. But I'm back, and it feels great to be back on the Tubi over the UB of the tube, whatever you want to call it. And I'm here to talk Monday Night Raw and give you guys a little bit of my opinions and my thoughts on Raw last night. Of course, last week Austin Theory failed to cash in Money in the Bank and all that kind of stuff, and that was a big deal, and it's all over. Also, NXT tonight, two championship matches, all kinds of NXT Women's Championship and the NXT Championship on the lines, Von Wagner and Alba Fire going challenge champions Braun Breaker and Mandy Rose. So pretty cool stuff tonight for NXT. Um, so that's what's going on. I'm here to talk about Monday Night Raw, and yeah, it was from the Louisville, Kentucky, in the KFC Yum Center. I had KFC yesterday or 2 days ago. It's pretty good, pretty good. Anyways, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. It opened up with Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins, which once again, please get rid of the freaking part in his name. It's so freaking annoying. There, I said freaking too, but at least when I say it, it's cool. At least I don't freaking know. So yeah, I said it again. There you go. Anyways, it opened up with Seth Rollins. The U.S. champ made his entrance dressed in a non-wrestling attire, which was kind of funny. I mean, he was doing his random shit. Came out. Rollins said last week was crazy. He said he issued an open challenge, and he has challengers coming out from the woodwork. When Rollins mentioned Theory trying to cash in, the crowd chanted that was stupid, which again, it was a stupid, but it's going to make sense later in the night. Rollins said he was sure Theory would be out later, and the fans could tell him how stupid he was. Then Rollins said the U.S. title was now the top prize on Monday nights, which is very true because with the main event, it's actually being treated as a main event thing, which because the world title is not on the freaking show at WWE. Stupid. Anyways, because he holds it, Rollins said that he would add it to his legacy when he faces Finn Balor, or to his legacy as champion when he faces Finn Balor, which was the main event. It was really good. Bobby Lashley made his entrance. Lashley walked out with a mic and spoke as he walked to the ring. Lashley said he turned a little selfie boy into a punchline, which was actually somewhat true. Oh, Lashley was slapping hands too. I thought he was a heel. Apparently, I guess he's a more aggressive face, which I guess is pretty cool. It was nice. He was like he fist bumping the fans, slapping the fans' hands. It was pretty cool. I was like, aren't you supposed to be heel? But I guess he's more of an aggressive face. That makes a lot of sense, especially what we're about to see with a certain individual who came out and interrupted the fun. That person was Mustafa Ali. He had a referee with him. Basically, Lashley said, "I'm going to beat you down," and basically that's what he did. Match happened, and Lashley won. It was pretty cool. Lashley won, beat down Ali, spear, all that kind of stuff. It was very back and forth-ish, but Lashley won in the end. So good stuff. Established Seth Rollins. He came out and did his shtick. Great stuff, the opening stuff with the main event with Finn Balor, and that was awesome. Lashley is more dangerous than ever. I really think they're planting seeds of the Hurt Business. I don't know why. You might need the Hurt Business for Brock Lesnar when he gets back. So you might as well bring back the Hurt Business. Although we haven't seen Shelton Benjamin, or I'm not Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander in like 2 weeks. I think he was here last week. I don't freaking remember. But let's start planting seeds of something with Big Bob. So I'm looking forward to it. And plus, Bobby's still a face. So I thought he was a heel, but he's more dangerous babyface, which is awesome. Great stuff. What else happened? Oh, Kathy Kelly interviewed Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles and Mia Yim. Gallows took credit for Yim joining forces with them because he claimed to have the way with women. Okay, buddy. Styles challenged Finn to a match at Survivor Series to put an end to things. Which, good. Please end this rivalry. Look into my eyes, WWE. Please end this rivalry. And yes, it can end without Edge. Who freaking cares about him? He's off doing things on Disney Plus. Okay. I love Edge, but seriously, this whole thing can end without him. I know it began with him and he created the stable, but it's all off his hands now. Finn kicked you out of your own group anyways. There you go. Let's see here. Let's see. We had Mia Yim and Tamina. It was just a standard match. The crowd was boring, and then the crowd started chanting Keith Lee. I mean, you gotta do something, but I guess whatever. It's stupid. Don't chant. Don't do that stuff. It's very disrespectful and dumb. I know you're all on board and stuff like that. Bring beach balls or something like that. I don't freaking know. Grab a beach ball. Throw something around. Do the wave. I don't freaking know. I know you're bored, but god dang. I don't know. They started chanting Keith Lee. It was very faint, but apparently they started chanting Keith Lee with the article I'm reading right now. Yeah, Mia Yim won, so that was pretty cool. For first match back, and yeah. After the match, Ripley teased getting into the ring, gets Dominic and Rhea Ripley right ringside, and they were just standing there, and Dominic, no Mr. Charisma at all, just standing there. Him doing this, him trying to be cool. Like, give me a break. Anyways, and then Matt Riddle was interviewed by Kathy Kelly in the backstage area. Riddle said Elias was doing rock star things by booking their gigs. Okay. Riddle was playing with his bongo drums. Chad Gable and others showed up. Gable gave Riddle the shush treatment. Of course, the shush stuff is very funny. Riddle responded by hitting his bongo drums. That sounds so wrong. Anyways, um, backstage damage control. What do you want to call him? Interviewed Mia Yim to join the War Games team, but she wasn't interested. They started to intimidate her. Then the OC showed up with beer. That was very random. They just showed up and then control just went away. I mean, that's understandable. Anyways, we had Matt Riddle and Chad Gable next. It was a very back and forth match. Oh my gosh, there was knees, slams, freaking suplex. It was a very back and forth match. In the end, Matt Riddle won. And yeah, before the match even began, Riddle came out with his bongos and it was. I get the joke. It's very funny. I'm not gonna lie. Get it? Bongos hitting. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um, so he came out, did his shtick, played his bongos, and then blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, one more thing. This crowd was way better than last week's crowd. Shout out to Kentucky. Like your crowd was way better than last week's crowd because last week was, they were asleep. This week's crowd was a little bit more better. Actually, way more better than last week's crowd. No offense to last week's crowd, but you sucked. Anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, Chad Gable won. I think I said Matt Riddle won. My bad. Chad Gable won because Otis, helped him win. With feet on the ropes, and Otis held his feet down. There we go, 1, 2, 3, and then I was very surprised. I was like, oh, okay, the heel wins. All right, not that big of a deal. Riddle's gonna be fine, anyways. Backstage, Baron Corbin and JBL were playing at poker. It was very funny. Talk back to the APA days, which I was waiting for Ron Simmons to show up and say that famous catchphrase. You know what I'm talking about. They were playing poker, and then Corbin won the hand. A servant showed up and offered JBL's Kentucky bourbon. JBL said he didn't need anything from a bunch of banjo playing Kentucky hillbillies. God damn. I didn't hear that. Jeez. Anyways, they dismissed the poker player. Kyo Tozawa sat down at the table. JBL said they were busy and called Tozawa an idiot. I play poker. Tozawa said JBL asked Tozawa if he ever played poker or knew the rules. Tozawa answered no with both questions. Your money is good here, JBL said. It was weird. It was funny as heck. And then the Miz came out and he's wearing like this weird sweater. I put this out on Twitter. The Miz is like some dude who got shoved in a locker. Literally, he's wearing freaking. He cut his hair. He sleeked his hair back. He's got glasses. He looks like Mr. Rogers. Think of Bray Wyatt as Mr. Rogers again. Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Just put that in your mind. So with the Miz, he looks like a television host. It was very funny. A subdued Miz stood in the ring and welcomed viewers to Miz TV. Miz said he was relinquishing his role as host of Byron Saxton, who I accidentally called Bobby Lashley for some reason. Happened at WrestleMania too. And said he would be interviewed. Saxton asked Miz if he was sorry about the situation with Dexter Lewis. Miz was also doing this. He was like, I'm so sorry, guys. Do you guys forgive me? All that stuff. It was so funny. Miz is really good at his role, man. Miz, who had a framed photo of his family at Christmas next to him, put on a pair of glasses, which again, he looked like Mr. Rogers, for God's sakes. To read a prepared statement, Miz got the crowd worked up by asking for silence. Miz said people haven't been on his side despite his long reign in WWE, and despite everything he's accomplished, Miz claimed that he had put a stop to Loomis's greediness. His greediness or your greediness, Miz? Get with the freaking picture. Come on, Mike. Saxon asked Miz why he told a different story to the private investigators. Miz said that he was telling her what she wanted to hear and she would buy his IP. Miz said Hollywood doesn't want the truth. That is so true, Miz. Hollywood freaking sucks. Screw them. Miz said he's a loving husband and devoted father who has been depressed. That first part is true. That second part, no comment on that. Johnny Gargano made his entrance. The crowd popped for Gargano. Was pretty cool. Especially seeing Gargano back in WWE. So cool. I don't know what this role is he's doing, but it's funny. I'm enjoying it. Made his entrance with a mic in hand. Pointed out the Miz wasn't depressed. He was vacationing in Cuba? I don't know what that's. Anyways, Gargano that Miz's wife posted on Instagram. Posted photos on Instagram. Miz said that he was depressed in his hotel room. You didn't look depressed. Anyways, Johnny Gargano made his entrance. Oh, my bad. Miz questioned why Gargano was involved. Blah 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 blah. It's some weird thing. Gargano called him Mr. Rogers for some reason because he looks like Mr. Rogers, and it was weird. I'm not going through this whole thing. Gargano. Let me see if I can get to the real thing. Oh, okay. So basically, it's gonna be a match. If Loomis wins, Miz has to pay him everything he owes, and if and Loomis will get a WWE contract. Okay, makes sense. Oh, and then guard, and then Dexter Loomis shut up behind Miz, and like freaking like I don't know, like he's like dressed up like the freaking AEW cameraman dressed him in like this FBI like shtick, this whole black, this get up stuff. Yeah, they had the black mask on. That's basically what Dexter was dressed up. It's pretty freaking sick. I'm like, is that AEW's cameras? I, I thought that was one of the cameramen. It was Dexter Loomis, and then the Miz ran out like a freaking coward. There we go. It was a pretty fun segment, and there you go. It was okay. It looks like the end of the rivalry's coming pretty soon, so good shtick. Let me see. Shelton Benjamin, Dominic Mysterio. I don't want to talk about that. That was just weird. Dominic Mysterio's also getting on my freaking nerves in a good way. Well, actually in a bad way, but still, anyways. Let me see. Dominic Mysterio against Shelton Benjamin. Dominic won. Whatever. Who cares? I mean, yeah, Dominic won. So yeah. Anyways, let's see. Okay, let's get to Austin Theory. Let's talk about it. Theory said no one knows his full story. No one knows the full story. He said people can't relate to him and they want to see him fail. That is actually, some people do want to see him fail. Some, not all, of course. Um, Theory said that he's not going to let that happen. Theory said everyone thinks he failed last week, but they're wrong because he feels more alive than ever he ever has. That's what the dirt sheets are freaking saying, which is actually very true. Theory said the Money in the Bank contract was an anchor. He said no one has ever been able to touch Roman Reigns for 2 years. That is so true. He said that on the rare times Reigns looked vulnerable, the bloodline was there. Theory said he opted to go after Seth Rollins, who was on his back at the time. Theory said Bobby Lashley pulled him out of the ring, and he would be a two-time United States champion. That if Bobby Lashley didn't pull him out of the ring, oh my God, the Dolphs they go into the freaking picture and said worst cash in ever. Nah, it's up there. Ziggler said he tried to help Theory by showing him things that no one showed him. You didn't try and show him anything. You literally attacked him for no reason. And you super kicked him a few months ago. And you never gave your explanation why. Like, never. And then they freaking. It was very weird. Anyways. Said Theory's ego was too big and he didn't want to listen. You didn't say anything, Dolph. You literally super kicked the guy for no reason. Anyways, moving on. Theory said he's sick of people talking down to him. Theory said he's not the future, he is the now. And he wants to show the Ziggler that's Ziggler in the ring. And I told you, and I said I didn't say on the own last week. I was a little bit upset with Theory, losing the Money in the Bank briefcase, but they actually made sense. Triple H knows what he's doing with this. They're rebuilding Theory. I love Theory at all. Austin Theory is the god. I've been loving Austin Theory since Evolve. But the thing is with Austin Theory is that he was pushed a little bit too fast. United States champion, which is fair, but then they gave him the Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, I said before I said it again, do I think Theory was pushed too fast? Yes, of course he was. I was just waiting to see where it was going to end. It just ended like, with that, and that's actually totally fair that I look back at it. Was I mad last week? Of course I was. I was upset. I was flabbergasted why WWE doing this, but hey, in the end, it makes sense. He cashed in storyline because Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns is the most powerful guy, and the Usos and all that stuff. So he opted to, I mean, even though the NXT title was right there, then what was you showing up in NXT and confronting Braun Breaker and I don't freaking know. You gotta catch them on the North American Championship. I thought the titles for every freaking belt in WWE. I don't freaking know. It's weird. Anyways, Theory cashing in and all that stuff. It actually makes sense. They're gonna rebuild Theory and you'll understand what I'm saying in just a few minutes. I understand what they're doing with Theory, and I appreciate that. And then let's see. Let me see. Dana Brooke. Who cares? Dana Brooke faced Io Sky. Io Sky won next. Austin Theory against Dolph Ziggler. This was a very brutal match. I mean, in the end, Theory won. Well, did he win? Oh, no, Theory didn't win. He beat the living heck out of Dolph Ziggler. He threw chairs at him. He threw him in the barricade. He threw him in the freaking announce table. He threw him over the barricade. Then he freaking threw chairs on him. Then he just pummeled this dude. He kept saying he's the now, he's the future. It took referees. It took backstage crew. It took Adam Pearce. It took freaking Jamie Noble. It took freaking people from backstage, many people from backstage, to get Theory off of Dolph Ziggler. He beat the living daylights out of freaking Dolph Ziggler. And this is what I've been waiting for. No selfie, no freaking stupid shtick. Austin goddamn Theory. This is what I've been waiting for. Finally, he's finally showing his potential once again. You know, I've been saying, I'll say it again. Been following Theory since Evolve. This is giving me Evolve freaking days, man. This is giving me Evolve vibes. It was so good. It was so brutal. It was so callous and evil and mean. I love this violent side of Theory. Austin Theory. Theory. Austin, what do you want to call him? AT. Only to hit the A-Town down, you know, and the Dolphins, like, he beat the living daylights out of him. And then he left the ring. After beating him up again. Then he threw chairs on him, then he left. Baron Corbin against Tozawa. Corbin won. Who cares? Let's see what else happened. Captain Kelly beat Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa, Mia Yim. Belair said if Ripley is definitely a problem. She said if her team looked good for 4 members, wait until people find out the 5th member. There's gonna be like one member of each team would compete in a match to determine who would be the numbers advantage. Okay, that makes sense. And like there's gonna be like a 5th member. Now people are speculating it's Bex. I don't want it to be Becky. Honestly, I don't want it to be Becky Lynch because one, why would you ever return a match where she could possibly get hurt in again? It's War Games. And two, save Becky for the Rumble. Save Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, and Naomi for the Royal Rumble. Please. I hope they do that. You can have Naomi and Sasha probably at the Raw after the Survivor Series. Makes a lot of sense since Raw is going to be in Boston anyways, so for the aftermath. Please, please save Becky Lynch for the Royal Rumble. Same with Cody Rhodes. Oh, Cody's being saved for the Rumble. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cody's being saved for the Rumble. If Cody shows up at the freaking Survivor Series, I'm gonna be like, I'll be shocked, pretty much shocked, but not really surprised. Honestly, if Cody shows up. But yeah, the 5th member will be decided for Control and all of them, and not Control, Bianca Belair's team. That's pretty awesome there. Yeah. Oh, and then they showed the freaking the War Games like video package, and they showed like guys from NXT. It's pretty cool. That's the people were speculating. Oh, they're not going to show any of that. Yes, they did. They showed footage from like NXT. 'Cause that's the only footage they got. People were saying like they should put. One of my friends, shout out to him by the way, said they should show stuff from like WCW. I mean, that would have been great. But I guess they didn't want to do that. So they just showed stuff from Blackpool NXT. From last year's War Game. Or, yeah, last year's War Games with 2.0, all that stuff. So it was pretty cool to see all your faves in there. And War Games gonna be freaking incredible. They are building this up, and like I said, I think it's gonna be a yearly. I think it's gonna be a yearly thing. Triple H said that. So, okay, cool. Let's see. In the main event, Finn Balor against Seth Rollins. It was back and forth. It was all over the place. It was insane. It was crazy. Coup de grace, freaking sling blades. Rollins was gonna do the freaking buckle bomb on the outside. You remember the injury that Finn Balor had in 2016 at SummerSlam? That's exactly what Seth was going to do on the barricade. They were teasing. I was like, don't. Okay, they wouldn't really have done that, but still, they were teasing. I was holding my breath, pun intended. Speaking of holding your breath, bring back Catch Your Breath when Finn turns face again, please, and the lights and all kinds of stuff. I can't wait, man. Oh yeah, and how did it end? There was one part that Finn was going to win. He was going to win, period. There's going to be shenanigans anyways. Oh, and Finn also accepted AJ Styles' challenge for Survivor Series, so we're getting Finn and AJ too. Thank you, Triple H. I thought they were going to drive this out until like WrestleMania. I was like, yeah, don't. I think after this they need to end the rivalry. Like, move on from the Judgment Day. AJ Styles, the OC, move on, please. Get it over with, please. No more. No more. Even when Edge comes back, no more. No more. We're done. Anyways, let's see. Right here is Dominic Damian. Rhea ran down. Balor took advantage of the distraction. Balor tackled Rollins before the standing drop double stomp. The OC, Mia Yim ran out and fought with the Judgment Day, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, in the rings, Balor dropkicked Rollins. Remember this finisher, coup de grace. Styles shoved them off. Yeah, AJ was there. He shoved Finn off the freaking rope. This is my reaction when AJ shoved. I'm like, okay. I knew Finn wasn't going to win. He didn't need to win. Plus, why would you put the belt on him right now? He doesn't need that championship. He needs a different kind of championship. You guys know what I'm talking about. The WWE title or the Universal title, whichever. Anyways, Finn, he got shoved down, then Rollins hit the curb stomp, blah, 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 and then Seth Rollins won, and then Theory came out and beat the living daylights out of Seth Rollins. And he did the same thing, except more less brutal than what he did to Dolph Ziggler to Seth Rollins. Threw him around the ring, threw him on the barricade. He kept saying, who's the kid now, kind of stuff, and then he hit A-Town down, stood over the freaking, you can see in the thumbnail, he threw, the, threw him down with A-Town down, then he stood over Rollins with the title. That's great. They're establishing the U.S. Championship as a world title because the world titles are on the world titles are on Roman Reigns, which they need to be off of Roman Reigns. But it was Raw. It was very fun. It was very entertaining. I really liked it. Some people didn't care for it. That's their opinions. I myself really liked it. I think it was really I just love the story of Theory. I'm really enjoying this thing with Theory. It's great. I am really enjoying the rise of it. Triple H is doing godsend right now with what he's doing with Theory. Well, last week, of course, wasn't really godsend. You know what I'm talking about with me, man, godsend. He's resurrecting Theory. He's building Theory in his own image. Theory now has a beard and he's all crazed and stuff. I'm loving it. The women's side of War Games is looking pretty good. We're in Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Can't wait. Round 2, baby. Round 2. Can't wait. Seth Rollins is doing the best work of his career right now, especially with the blonde streak. Just get rid of the freaking shit because it's annoying. Please get rid of the freaking stuff. Where was this in 2018? Anyways, what else happened on this show? That's everything else was really really fun. Wasn't really any complaints honestly about the show. It was just up and down. It was all over the place, and I really enjoyed it. Some people, like I said, some people didn't care for it. That is their opinion. I myself really thought Raw was really, really fun last night. The future is now for these people. Austin Theory is doing great. Seth Rollins is doing great. The Judgment Day had never looked dominant, more dominant. Bobby Lashley is killing it in this role, which makes me think again they're going to bring back the Hurt Business because they need something to utilize to basically take out the Beast and maybe put those guys back together and could be good for them. And yeah, that's it. That's Raw. And like I said, tonight we got NXT. Oh yeah, Raw's coming back to your boy's hometown, and your boy might be going. You never know. I'll keep y'all updated with that one. And it's coming back January 9th, 2023. Can't wait. I fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed, guys. We're gonna find out. This week if your boy gets to go to his first televised show in January 2023. It'll be the first time in 7 years we've had a Raw. So freaking good. And yeah, looking forward to it. If it happens, happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I hope it happens. Fingers are crossed, guys. Fingers are crossed. Oh yeah, once again, I apologize for not really having many videos out this past week. I've not been feeling that well, but don't worry, it's all good. It's just allergy season. I've just been taking time off for a while, and of course, that's the last time you guys saw me was at Crown Jewel, and I enjoyed that show too. I didn't do a review or anything like that. I need to spice it up more with the channel and stuff. I don't want to keep doing the same old shtick, but I'm trying to find some new things to do with the channel, and I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and you guys are entertained regardless, hopefully. And if you're not entertained, then hey, that's totally fine. At least you guys keep stopping by and you're just giving me some stuff, man. At least you guys are really enjoying it regardless. And I'm entertaining you people. It's all that matters to me is the entertainment at the end of the day. Anyways, tonight's NXT. I'm gonna go enjoy it. I'm gonna take a little bit of rest and get ready for NXT tonight. Can't wait. Tomorrow's AEW and the Full Gear. Full Gear. I'm gonna be doing a predictions video for Full Gear very, very soon. Don't you worry. That's coming up very soon as well. And might do a review. Maybe. We'll see. Just depends. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy your day. Have a good one. Raw was great last night. Let's watch NXT. 2 titles on the line. Mandy Rose defending against Alba Fire. And of course, Braun Breaker defending against Von Wagner. Von Wagner. Joy. See you in the next one, folks. Cheers, sweet. Peace out.